Hey you guys, what's going on? My name is Rye Reed, the writer, and thank you so much for coming back here, watching my videos. I'm loving you guys. I'm loving the support. I'm loving the comments. Like, I appreciate y'all. Like, y'all making my day. Y'all the reason I come out here. I come out here to see you. I don't care about nobody else. I'm talking to you sitting right there. I care about you. Make sure you like, follow, share, and subscribe. I just got done watching the Marvels, not Captain Marvel 2, the Marvels, and boy was that an experience. The movie at large is not as bad as Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantamania. That movie is on my hit list. I will forever be pissed off that I gave up 2 hours of my life to watch that movie. And if I ever watch it again, it's because I'm doing commentary, because I had to talk about like how bad Ant-Man was. Ant-Man is just, it's scarred to me. I have to move on away from it. I'll never love it again. Like, it's done. It's you hurt me once and I'm done. I leave. I'm gone. Like, I'm about to leave right now. I'm gone. I gotta go. Yeah, the movie wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that good either. There's a lot of flaws with this movie. And the first one is that this movie truthfully needed to be worked on more. The movie was not coherent. It wasn't all the way concise. It wasn't interwoven, and it didn't run as smoothly as it should have, which is a huge problem with the amount of money that Disney has already interjected into this film. Like, I was looking online, this movie has already cost the Disney studio, Marvel, already a quarter of a billion dollars already. That's a lot of money for this. Like, they spent a lot of money to produce something that was like subpar. It was subpar. It was a sub sandwich. And I wasn't happy with it. Like, that's the crazy part. I was not happy with this film. This film needed more work. It needed more reshoots. It needed to be I felt as if that there was a lot of plot that was missing for the story, that was maybe cut out during like production or post-production, to just be able to put this into theaters. Like, some things were missing. Some things about the movie I didn't understand because it wasn't explained to me, that I had to guess for myself to put together just the meaning. But if you were to ask me, Rye, what was the point of this movie? You know, generally, what was the point of this movie? And I have to be rock steady with it. I don't know. I really don't know. And was this movie necessary? Did this movie need to exist to push, I guess, the Captain Marvel franchise, or Marvels now, franchise forward? No. I would say no. It wasn't needed at all. They probably could have just stopped with the Captain Marvel, the first film, and just ended it right there. If they didn't know what they were going to do with this character, how they were going to develop her, what her storyline was, where she was going, what were her flaws, we don't know. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to dive too deep into this, just because I really want to talk about the movie. But to me, Captain Marvel, she felt very lacking. Not so much in this film, the first one for sure, but and directionless. This character didn't have a lot of spunk or personality. A little bit more in this one, but just in the previous film, it kind of just lacked that. And this character also doesn't have any weaknesses, which is a little bit odd. Because when I think about Captain Marvel, in comparison, I compare her to Clark Kent. I compare her to Superman. If she's that powerful, which like Kevin Feige has stated that she is the most powerful Marvel's Avenger in the universe, and if she's this powerful, she would have to have some type of kryptonite to humanize her, or like something to bring her back down to earth. She doesn't have that. She don't got it. Like, you know how like Superman got kryptonite? She don't got no kryptonite. She ain't... Why? Why? Let's get into the movie though. I really want to talk about that. I'm just gonna give you guys like a brief synopsis of this film. The movie starts off with a villain. Her name is Daben. She has a magical warlike staff hammer. I've seen this hammer before with another supervillain. I can't remember his name. I'll just throw a picture of him like right here. But it's really reminiscent of that. Her staff has a light source to it that's purple, which reminds me a lot of the Power Stone, Infinity Stone. Is there an Infinity Stone power source in there? Who knows? Who knows? Nothing was told to us. We don't know. But her subordinates lead her on this moon-like planet because no one needs to wear masks or suits or anything. Everyone can breathe in space. You can breathe in space. I don't know if you knew that. You can breathe in space. I can breathe in space just because the director said so. Her subordinates lead her to this miniature monolith, like this miniature like idol rock thing. Just has some like dialect writing on it. She hits it with her magical hammer, real easy like. She pieces the styrofoam away, and at the bottom of this statue thing, she finds a jewelry piece, banglet, bracelet, whatever you want to call it. And it is Kree related, I suppose. It has some tie to or ability to move you throughout the universe, because it's the same banglet that Kamala Khan's character has been wearing since she has joined the Marvel universe and her show Miss Marvel. Right? Let's get back to Daben. Let's get back to Daben. Daben wears the bracelet. She gets a power high. Her abilities kick in. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm powerful. Now I can save my planet. She's from the Kree. She's from the Kree planet. She's Kree, by the way. And the Kree planet is like collapsing in and on itself. Their star, their sun, is dying. So the ocean has dried up. The air is no longer breathable. So the Kree have refused to leave this planet. Like, because the director told them not to leave the planet. And they're on this planet, and Daben has promised them as their leader that she would revive it. So she gets this bracelet. This bracelet is the MacGuffin. It's the reason for everything. It's going to bring their planet back to life. But the bracelet is missing its other half because the bracelet was made in pairs. So the banglet that she's wearing, Kamala Khan is also wearing. This is how Kamala Khan ties into Daben's story. How Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel get intertwined in the story is that Captain Marvel is in space because she is on her spaceship and she's protecting the galaxy on her spaceship. Just cause. She gets an alert from Nick Fury, who's also on his spaceship, because he's protecting Earth on his spaceship. Because he has to be there. She gets an alert from Nick Fury that there's some strange things going on in her parcel of the universe, and she goes to explore space, finds this weird rip in reality, and she touches it. And she brings her cat Goose, which is not really a cat, it's an alien that looks like a cat. And the cat comes with her. No one needs masks. Nobody needs spacesuits. You don't need that. You don't need that. When you're in Avengers, you can just breathe in air. In space, you don't even need air. Anywho, Captain Marvel touches the weird rip in reality. And Monica Rambeau, since she's also in space, fixing Nick Fury's space craft, ship, whatever, she also touches a rip in reality in space just because that happens. I don't know if y'all do this. If you turn off the lights in your house the same time I turn off the lights in my house, we're going to switch places. And because, don't ask me why, it's because, you know, because Captain Marvel, her ability is to use light, Kamala Khan's ability is to like manipulate it, right? And Monica Rambeau can see light. And that's why all their abilities are tied together. And they switch places anytime they use their powers. So there's a really cool fight sequence, which I have to give Disney, I have to give Marvel, which 10 out of 10. The fight sequence was 10 out of 10. Them fighting the Kree because they're switching places. You have Kamala Khan, she was at her house. Now the Kree have entered her home. Her family's fighting the Kree, super badass. They're switching places. Monica Rambeau is now in outer space on a Kree ship. She's fighting. They're all fighting. They switch places. They soon figure out that they're switching places because of this theory that Nick Fury just the happenstance know that switching places. I think it's called the strong theory. I'm not, don't look it up, I don't know. But this theory that Nick Fury just happened to have known because of light and energy, you can switch places because the director said so. Yo. Anyway, so throughout this whole entire movie, Day-Bann's plot is to save her planet. She goes to multiple different planets and steals their resources. She goes to the Skrull planet, she steals their oxygen, because you can steal oxygen from one planet and take it and put it on another. You can do that! You can, because the director said so. They go to another planet where Captain America, not Captain America, I'm sorry. These names, I'm telling you. Captain Marvel is married to the prince of this planet, the king, I suppose. And she's married to them. Everyone on this planet sings. There is a dance sequence, scene sequence. Just be prepared for that if you do see this movie. There's dancing. There's everyone on the planet dances like this. Look. Ooh. Ooh. There were some people in the background who were getting, they were like, oh yeah. So check this, I gotta say this. Everyone on this singing planet only understands singing, right? But they sing in English. And if you don't sing in English, they don't understand you because they only understand singing in English because that's their language. But since they're singing in English, they should be able to understand if you're not singing and you're speaking English. But the prince of this planet sings, right, in English. That's his planet's language. And also just speaks English without speaking. And Captain Marvel said, she said it. She said, oh, he's bilingual. That's why he understands us. Yeah. What? Day-Benn, of course, goes to that planet, steals all their water. We don't know what else happens to that planet. I assume that everyone on that planet, because they lost their water source, has died. Also, a very cool, awesome fight sequence that happens between Day-Benn, the villain, Kamala Khan. There's a lot of people in here. Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau. Ultimately, what ends up happening is that Day-Benn steals Kamala Khan's bracelet, whatever you want to call it, and puts it on, runs into space, and opens up a rip in reality. In the process of her opening up this rip in reality, she dies. After Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau warned her, if you use the banglet and you try to open another rip in reality, you're going to die. It leads to your death. The villain was like, no, I bet. The villain was like, bet. The villain got the banglets and was like, bam. I won. Oh no, I'm dying. I'm sitting there going, if someone told me, hey, if you use that magical pencil, you're gonna lose all your memory, I'm not gonna go, bet. Use this pencil? No, my memory. Of course, you were warned. The villain is dead. So sad. But she leaves behind the banglets for Kamala Khan to take. And now there's a rip in reality. Long story short, Monica Rambeau saves the day. She closes the rip in reality by sacrificing herself, and she leaves our reality. and ends up in a reality where X-Men is at X-Men. And that's what Disney was doing. Disney wanted you to go see this movie to prepare you for X-Men. So we got to meet the new Beast. Of course, he's super smart, he's super big, he's super strong, he's a genius, of course. We meet Monica Rambeau's mother. I can't remember her name, but she's wearing Kamala Khan's bracelets in this other reality. Maybe she has a different name. It wasn't told to us because it's not important. It's not important. You don't need to know that kind of stuff. It's none of your business. And Kamala Khan goes back to Earth. Captain Marvel, of course, does not go back to Earth initially. She goes back to the Kree planet. She is so powerful. So powerful. Captain Marvel. She's so powerful that she can run through a dying star on a different planet, a sun, on a different planet, and reactivate it, energize it, and restart a sun on a different planet. And that made me think, what was the whole point of us having a fight scene with Captain Marvel? If she's that powerful that she can restart a sun, a dying star, why was she losing in the fight? Why was she getting hit? Why was she getting hit? She shouldn't have felt that. You can literally restart a star. Anyway, the Kree people get to live. All the other people that Dar-Benn had stolen their resources from, I assume that all those other planets died. And that's really just the end of it. Oh, also Nick Fury has his scenes. His spaceship, intergalactic, whatever it is, got destroyed because something. And the cat Goose, is a female cat, and she laid eggs. And the eggs turned into kittens. That's how we get a lot of kittens and cats in the movie. And the cats eat the people on the ship because there's only 15 ships on this ship, and the bigger ship is blown up. So the cats eat the people so they all can fit on the ship. So they get on the ship leads them back to Earth, and all the cats throw up all the people. Yeah, that's what happened. And well, the ending of it is Kamala Khan, her and her family get a new house because the house they lived in before was destroyed by the Kree. They get a new house. They get Carol Danvers' house, so she gets to live there with her and her family, and that's the end. that's like the whole movie. It's crazy. How do I feel about everything? I don't understand. In some parts, I do like the story. I do see the potential of it. I kind of see where they're going. But the failure was, there was tons of exposition in this movie. And I felt like it was really just lacking, like, plot direction. I didn't really know where I was going or why I was going there. And a lot of things just weren't explained to us at all. Like, just them switching places really didn't make sense. I understand they all have light powers and somehow they're interwoven, but why? Why now? Why? Nick Fury, he had a very lax persona throughout this whole entire film, which is cool. I get it. He's older. He's Nick Fury. He's seen it all. He's not really worried about too much, but he was very lax. And I guess he was just really there just to carry the story along in some, like, degree, which is fine, I guess. The cats, I guess so. I guess the cats were really needed for them to multiply. How that even happened, how this cat was able to produce other cats, just, I don't know. With it being an alien, I don't know. The best character in this film, hands down, was Kamala Khan. Kamala Khan gave a wonderful performance. I felt her emotion. She was very charming. She had a lot of personality. She was really quirky, which I liked. Especially when she got to meet Captain Marvel, like someone she's idolized and is the reason why she took on the persona, the I guess like the character of becoming like Miss Marvel, like basically just taking on Captain Marvel's like whole identity, but taking on that name was because of Captain Marvel. So her being able to meet her hero was a very nice touch. I really like that. Captain Marvel, compared to the first movie, she had more personality. You got to see a little bit more of her quips. Her having a husband on a different planet was a nice touch. Her dancing and singing was a little awkward just because it was just unexpected. But I guess that the reason for that was to bring this character more into like a human space for us to relate to her more. And it kind of, it didn't per se. And I'll say this why. When I compare Captain Marvel to, let's say, Tony Stark, right? Everyone knows who Tony Stark is. Tony Stark had a whole transition. We got to meet this bad boy, rich nepo baby, really cocky genius, and he was a playboy. And all his entire life, he's always had what he's always wanted. Come to find out that his business, his family's family business, has been funding like the militia, like in a different country, right? And through this, it's made him want to protect humanity because it's put an importance on human life for him. So he rebranded himself into becoming a superhero. He removed all the the weaponry that his father's company was known for, and he became the Iron Man that we know him today. But he had to go through a whole transition, the ups and downs, him, you know, losing his Playboy status, him being like locked away in a cave and forced to, you know, make the first Iron Man suit with a doctor who was dying, and this doctor saved his life, right? He had to go through all these transitions, and him wanting to no longer be a playboy and seeing, you know, Pepper Potts or whatever her name is, you know, for the first time, and realizing this person actually cares about him. But he went through a lot of trials and tribulations for him to become the superhero that we know him today. And in Carol Danvers, like, same state, she was given all the ability and all the tactfulness and all the prowl and all the ability without ever having to work for it. And because of that, it's made her less identifiable for us, the viewers. We're human. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to be so careful when you're writing a character and putting them on the screen or just putting them in a book or a magazine. It's always best to be in a position where this character starts at one point basis and this character goes through a lot of self-development, whether it's good or bad, that transitions them into becoming either a better version of themselves or a worse version of themselves. And either or is good, because in that way we, the audience, will root for villains like we did for Joker. Joker's one of my favorite movies right now. Or we'll root for Tony Stark, a hero, and him becoming the hero that we need, that humanity needs, right? And that's like the issue kind of with this movie coming into it. Because of the first Captain Marvel movie, we didn't feel that closeness with her. And I see with this movie, they tried to humanize her a lot. They tried to make her relatable with Kamala Khan. And, you know, with that, Kamala Khan is a wonderful character. She did bring a lot of sincerity and empathy out of Captain Marvel. Like, there was a scene where Monica Rambeau was... all three of them were connecting with each other through like a brainwave cap headphone piece. I'm not sure what to call it. And they were sharing memories. And Carol Danvers unfortunately started digging into her memories of experiences with Monica Rambeau's mother. And through that, Monica Rambeau felt uncomfortable, took off the headset because when she was missing from the world, she disappeared during the blip. When she came back from the blip, her mother had died from cancer. And that was a really heartfelt moment. Like, it really was. And in that moment, I would have expected more emotion to come through Monica Rambeau. But Kamala Khan was the first person to apologize to Monica and say, that sucks, I feel bad for you. And she had to call over Captain Marvel, like signal her to get over here and to hug your niece, because they're family. I could not, that's what I'm saying with the writing, it's just, I could not imagine writing something with such a sincere moment and not having the main character, this is her movie, Captain Marvel's movie, even though it's called The Marvels, not have her show any emotion. And not understand that when someone's hurt, you should hug them. Why? It's just, there's just a lot of scenes like that. The movie was a little bit everywhere. It wasn't a little bit, it was everywhere. It's just exposition. There's no consequences. If a planet gets destroyed, people die, who cares? Like, oh man, that shucks. Yo, let's move on to the next mission. People are running from their doom. Oh, you can't save them, they're gonna die. Oh well, to the next story. A lot of that, no one really cared. There's no empathy. This movie lacked empathy, a lot of apathy for heroes. And yeah, there's that. How would I rate this movie if I were to rate it 1 out of 10? To be honest with you, I have to give it, for the fight sequences were amazing for me. But if I were to rate this movie, I would have to give it a solid maybe 5, maybe 6. And I can't go any higher than that. Just because there were so many missing parts, missing scenes. There were scenes where the characters would be here and I wouldn't understand how they got over there. Nothing was explained. There was no like B-roll to explain how that happened. The writers didn't even take a second to just like, you know, do that simple stuff. Like for example, if I'm sitting here and I end up into the next room and we start shooting, it doesn't make any sense. You have to show me either one. Me saying I'm gonna go to the next room, or you showing me, like filming me walking to the next room, so the audience understands that this person moved from point A to point B. And you have to have that. You have to explain some things. You can't always expect for the audience to just know everything about the story or everything about what you're trying to do. Like, you can't just show me on this planet and I'm wearing a completely different outfit on a different planet. What? How did that happen? Right? Like, what? If I'm on this planet, how did I get married? Like, what? How did that even happen? Like, how do we get from there to here? Like, what? Oh wait, my battery's on. Wait a minute, wait, let me change it, wait. Alright, I'm back. I'm glad. I need a little bit of a breather. But yeah, it's just, it needed a lot of reworking. The script needed to be put together a little bit better. And I had to ask myself, why did this movie need to exist? What was the purpose of it? Simply was to let you know that X-Men is coming out. We're in preparation for X-Men, and that's really it. And also that Kamala Khan is forming a younger version, Young Avengers. She got in contact with Hawk Girl, the Arrow Girl, so they're going to combine. So it's letting me know that what Marvel's been doing, like in other universes, like for the She-Hulk show, Hulk had a son, which is actually canon. He actually did have a son, and that son is probably going to be part of this gang as well, which he is, I believe. And we're gonna have Miles Monroe. Like, it's gonna be another formation. But I guess that's the whole point of this movie. This movie was basically there to let you know that 2 other movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is coming. X-Men and Young Avengers. And that's it. That's really just the point of it. And I hate that this is what we've come to, especially for Marvel. Like, I don't mind them having like a lead up, like this is going to be the next something. But I feel like that shouldn't even be like the main point of why we're even making this film. the story should be so strong in itself that even if we have like a potential like setup for something else, it's secondary because the storyline is first, because it's so good. And that this wasn't it. It just was not it. If you do go see the movie, I warned you. I've already let you know. I'm a diehard Marvels fan. Like, I love Marvels. Marvels is always going to be one of my favorite things to watch. I love superhero stuff. And I'm always going to be there to support them. I don't know about the TV shows as well. That's another thing I have to say too. If you did not watch WandaVision and you did not watch Miss Marvel, you're going to be a little bit confused. Not a little bit. You are going to be confused why these two characters are in this film. And that's another Disney ploy for you to go watch Miss Marvel and WandaVision. Marketing! Marketing! But yeah, go see this movie if you want to go see it. If not, I do highly recommend you just waiting to go see it on Disney Plus when it does come out. You can have your own opinion on it as well. But if you're spending money, I know we are in a downturn in our economy. We're on the low right now. We are like in a silent depression. If you are looking to save your money, don't go. Even if you are a fan, just wait. If you do have money to burn, go ahead and go see it for yourself if you want to go watch it. But I told you already what you're going to see and what you're going to expect. And there's not a lot there. But my expectations to watch this movie were already kind of low. So that's that. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to try to watch more movies this year. And I'm going to check out some other stuff. I appreciate you for being here and just, you know, watch me ramble. Because that's really what this video is. It's just me venting about like the experience I had. And like I said, I'm a Marvels fan. I still do love Captain Marvel. I love Marvel. I love the story. I love the comics. And this did not give me what I wanted as a Marvel fan. And that's really just that. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you for the next thing that I want to talk about very, very soon. But I appreciate you. I love you. Can't wait to see you again. And if you do turn off your lights the same time as me, we will switch places.